Ryan Seacrest. It's time for a second date update. This comes to us from Abby in Glendale here at Kiss FM. Let me get Abby on the phone. Do you know what a second date update is? Do you know? The second date update is when you go out with somebody. It doesn't have to be just once and a second time, but in theory, a time or two or few, and then they blow you off, and you don't know why, and you're the kind of person that needs the peace of mind. I'm the kind of person that has thin skin and doesn't want to know. But you're the kind of person, Abby, that wants to know, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right, let me just see if I got this correct. You sent us an email, and you say that you've been on dating apps for over a year, and then you met this guy, IRL, in real life. Got it.
Yeah.
I was at a bar with some friends, and we were dancing. He came over. He started dancing with me. I find that uncomfortable sometimes when people come up, especially some guys, and we try to dance.
Ooh.
We try to dance. I saw it with, matter of fact, at the iHeartRadio Music Festival, I saw my old roommate, Tanaz, try to dance to Megan Thee Stallion, and it was on the cusp of
Oh
embarrassing.
my gosh, leave him alone.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
having
just
a
telling you what I
good
saw.
time.
Right, but he was, but if he were to go up to somebody and be like, hey, check me out,
Wow.
I
I
like
would have
it.
said no. You like it.
You like a random guy coming up and dancing with you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Many
no
of
for
us
me.
don't look good doing it.
Yeah.
Like Tubbs and I rolling in trying to dance to Megan Thee Stallion at the festival next to a stranger. No, you don't want it. You would be kicked out of the T-Mobile Arena. Anyway, so he danced with you, blah, blah, blah. Then he walks you to your car. What happens then?
We exchanged numbers, and he's been texting me, and I asked him, or I was kind of waiting to see if he'd ask me out, and he never did. And so I was like, okay, I will ask him. And he's always busy. So I'm
So
like,
he texts you, but then he never can go out with you physically IRL.
yes.
So what's that about? Why is he leading you on to not pay it off? Is
Right?
he keeping you on the
I have
back
no
burner?
idea.
Do you think you're on the back burner?
I mean, I could be, I guess, but it's so weird because he texts me all the time. He texts me every day, and he's really flirty. I guess I could be, yeah, I guess,
Or is he actually busy?
yeah,
So he's leading you on.
yeah.
Okay, Abby, hold on for a second. I'm wanting to know what this guy's about.
I mean, they made out on the dance floor?
Yeah.
So you've already had first base.
That's not first base.
Right?
Yeah, I would say that's
Abby,
first
hold on
base.
1 second. What's first base, Tanya? Tell me what's first base. Educate us all now.
Touching.
No,
Touching?
is not first base.
Yes, it is.
That's the new math.
Wow, no.
No, it's not. Kissing is first. Blah 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 and blah blah blah.
No, I don't think so.
That's the back room.
I agree.
They're all single and dating.
First base is
What's
touching.
first base?
I feel like first base is like a makeout with some tongue.
Yeah.
Correct. Thank you, Ruby.
Yeah.
Well, then
Correct.
what's second and third and fourth?
A lot of other things that after that.
Tony, you know what? If that's first, you can deduce what second, third, and home
Yeah.
are. You don't need Ruby to explain it to you. And if you do, talk to her after the show.
Okay.
And sorry, Robbie.
Poor Robbie.
Poor Robbie holding hands, first base. What's second base? A cuddle?
I'm scared to ask what
He was sharing a
home
glass
run
of
is.
rosé is third. Oh boy!
Oh,
Big
we're
hugs,
going
home base, big hug. Oh
30-second
my gosh, what a
hug is
night.
home.
I'm so excited. All right. According to the Columbia University website, which we go to for all of our relationship information, first base is kissing. Second base above the waist. Well, I don't need to read the rest.
Okay.
We know. We can follow, the bases. All right, coming back, let's see why this dude is leading her on. Doesn't add up to me. Right now, we're in the middle of relationship drama. This is a second date update that I'm very interested in getting the outcome for. Abby met this guy. They are out. They're dancing on the dance floor. He comes over, starts dancing with her, which is always a risky move. But he starts dancing. She likes it. They make out on the dance floor. Out. Strangers.
Wow.
Okay? He walks her to the car. They exchange numbers. He's been texting every day, but every time she says, let's get together, he can't. Strange.
Weird.
But is he just maybe he's just busy. They don't know each other.
No, something happened. Something happened on the dance floor.
Well, why does he keep texting her then? if something happens, stop texting.
True.
Yeah.
They did exchange numbers after the fact. Okay, so I don't know.
Okay, so Abby, I have this guy, Robert. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, I have this dude on the phone. So hold on for a second. You're going to hear this, but let me and Sisney and Tanya ask him some questions and see if we can find out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Very fine. Here we go. All right, Robert, hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Thank you for agreeing to come on the air with us. How are you?
Hey, Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks, bro. I've got Tanya and Sisney here on with us, too.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, lady.
Hello.
So, Robert, let me just jump into it, and we'll explain it all later. But
Okay.
you met a woman named Abby out, right? And you guys hit it off?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Tell me about Abby and hitting it off. Like, what do you like about her? What do you think about when you think of her?
Abby is she's really pretty. She's fun. We just had a good time. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you just connect with somebody, and like that's just it. You just enjoy like being around them.
So, are you looking forward to seeing her again?
Eventually, yeah.
Great.
Okay.
All right. Have you asked her out?
Eventually.
So, yeah, what's the holdup? Why are you lagging?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys know how it goes. You got millions of calls. Like, if I hit a girl up right away, she's gonna not hang out with me more than one more time.
Oh, so you're playing it cool. You're sitting in the
No,
pocket. You're
no.
thinking like, hey, I don't want to ask her out too soon because she thinks then I'm a little too needy. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, not the needy thing. It's just it's a psychology thing, right? Like you want to hang out with the girl like right away again. Like she's going to be like, oh, cool. And then it's going to burn out like the second that she meets somebody that.
Well, that means you've had bad experiences.
Oh, my gosh. No, that's not the case.
Maybe you've had bad experiences. Like, I get it. You're trying to measure your emotion and your response and your strategy here. But sometimes if you feel it, bro, let's just go for it because life is short. But I understand what you're telling me. But what if we told you that Abby wants to go out with you again and she's on the phone and she's hearing this? What would you say?
I would say that's it's really not the right time.
It's not the right time. Got it. So listen, why don't you tell Abby why it's not the right time? Abby, go ahead and say hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Why is it not the right time, Robert?
Wow. I don't really feel comfortable saying this in front of the world.
Well, don't say it.
Already
You don't
kind
feel
of-
comfortable.
Well, what?
Not really the world, just LA.
Yeah, and probably not much of LA.
no.
I mean,
Technically, you know.
maybe. Hopefully.
So I have this weird thing where this chick transferred gum into my mouth at like 14 years old, and it's really, really ridiculous. But I can't like the textures in the mouth now is just really weird for me, and she's got like those Invisalign braces things, and like when we were kissing, like it was a little odd, and like kind of like sent me back to that time.
All right, well, let's
I know,
work
it's
through this.
so-
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, look, everybody
so
has
historic,
things.
so
Sisney,
stupid,
listen,
but,
this
like,
is
my
let's
one
not
weird
judge this.
thing.
Everybody, look, it's an issue from your past. You're working through it. It's texture and it's a bad memory. No one's fault, right? No one's fault. Robert, you didn't mean for that to happen. Abby, you didn't mean for this to happen. No one's fault. So I think this is great news. The good news is we now know that there's a little PTSD on some kissing from when you were a teenager. Abby has nothing to do with that. So I think maybe now that we know the issue, we could try and work through it. Abby, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if that's something that happened to you, then you've got such a visceral reaction, then that's fine. I just was like excited to like get to know you and continue to kiss you, but I don't know. It kind of makes me feel gross, I guess.
What is it? Is it the fact that she had the tray of Invisaligns in her mouth, or like the nubs on the teeth?
I don't know what they are. I mean, I don't know. I know it's like something to do with that. I mean, I didn't like investigate it, or like it was just. But now, I mean, now this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I didn't say anything to her, because now I just look like an.
No, you don't. You look like you have something that happened in your past, which is totally fair. And the good news is here, there's no one that did anything wrong. No one's at fault. No one did something that's wrong. It's just a matter of working through a couple of things and deciding if you guys want to work through it together or not. So, Abby, when do you get the Invisalign out?
I get it out in 8 months.
8 months.
Well, that could be a courting term.
Yeah.
All right, great. Listen, we're going to leave it. You guys have each other's numbers. I think maybe pick up the ball from here. I understand we should probably move on. And Robert and Abby, good luck to you. If it works out, great. If not, I'm glad we had this conversation. Okay?
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
You're one of a kind, brother.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
luck.
Appreciate you.
Wow.
Bye.
Thank you.
One of a kind.
I feel relieved,
Okay.
in a sense.
I'm confused.
Well, let's get into it. Hold on for a sec. That was the second date update. So you're confused, Sonia, about the second date update. Sissy, I want to get your take. And let's reset the table and work through that a little bit. The passing of the gum, very interesting. I find that to be a cool skill. But anyway,
That's what I'm confused about.
So he didn't like it?
yeah, he had a bad experience, I guess. I find it to be highly skillful.
What?
It's still September, very hot. All right, so let's get into this. I need everybody's take on it. Situation was Abby and Robert, they meet. They make out for the first time out. They exchange numbers. They text all the time. He's playing it cool, sitting back in the pocket a little bit, not asking her out. But they're texting every day, and she's like, can we hang? He's like, no, not yet. Why? Well, because he finally told us that they kissed, and he had a bad experience as a teenager, and that kiss they had opened up the wound of the bad experience he had as a teenager. But what was that bad experience? He said when he was 14, he kissed a girl and she swapped gum during the kiss with him, and that scarred him for a long time.
Something about the texture, he said.
The texture of the gum.
Okay.
If it's stale and out of flavor, I understand what he's saying, but I find
Fine.
it to be highly skillful if you can do that.
Sure.
And then he said when he kissed her, Abby, the other night, it reminded him of the texture of the gum because she had an Invisalign. So you can't laugh at it or judge it because that's real for them. I thought it was great that we got to the issue there and have some clarity because no one's at fault. That's no one's fault. No one did something wrong. She has Invisalign for 8 more months. It's got a weird thing to his tongue.
Yeah.
So what? But is that going to deter you from going out again? He's got to work through that, by the way. He's got to work through that.
Right? If it's coming up years later.
So, Tony, what are you confused about?
Well, I just think it's I just think it's a cop out. I think he's using that as an excuse because I had Invisalign and I kissed many men.
Yeah, but he had an issue
yeah,
in
an
the
issue.
past.
Yeah,
And by
but
the
you
way,
can take Invisalign out. They're
I
not
don't-
in there permanent. Like
I don't think he's spinning us at all. I felt him to be very genuine and authentic and almost embarrassed to tell us. And when you say many men, like that doesn't strike me as not one to follow up on.
well, that's true. Remember, I was
You-
make out queen.
You would
Ah.
wear it on your dates?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't. They come in and out. So if you go on a date, like you.
But
think
she
you're
wasn't on a date. She was out by herself.
Yeah,
They
at
happened
the
to meet
club.
on the fly at the club. He comes over, starts dancing. They make out.
Right. So you meet someone, you think they're cute.
Can you
turn
pop it out
around,
and
you
put it in your pocket?
Pop them out real fast. Yeah, put it in your pocket.
But haven't you ever had something in the past that, like, when you see it in a different form in the future, it reminds you of it? For me, it could be like a perfume.
Yeah, smells usually.
Like an aroma could take me back
If
to
you
a
were
place.
super into a girl and she was wearing that perfume that triggered something in you, you would still go on a date with her.
Is that
Guaranteed.
right?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I think it
think
would be a
so.
deal
I
breaker
don't
for
know.
you.
Aromas are they really work voodoo on me.
Mm-hmm. Or if someone just smells bad, I'm like, oh, I can't even have a conversation with
I mean,
you.
a bad smell. I mean, I'm terrified of smelling bad.
Yeah, same.
Same.
I am, right? Aren't we all? Like,
Yeah.
we're so worried about smelling bad.
Mhm.
Breath, body.
All of it.
Especially after dancing.
Yes.
Becca told me like 6 months ago that when we do our podcast, my breath smells because it's like at 3 p.m. and I've already drank so much coffee. I'm still paranoid about it to this day.
Yeah.
Like I'm constantly.
I put my hand over my mouth a lot of times when I'm talking at a table because I don't want to smell the food on my tongue, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
bad.
When
So we
you're
all
like
have
a-
issues, so we cannot judge Robert for this. All right. I wonder if they're going to... let's just close it here. Do you think they're going to go out again? I do.
I do too, and then she just needs to take out the Invisalign when they go on a date. What is it? It's like
very vulnerable. Yeah.
I don't.
The nubs are a little distracting, but it is
Get
what it
over
is.
it. It's an Invisalign. Get over it.
But there's nubs
They're
that are like
braces.
Growing
on.
trunks out of her gums.
They're braces.
They feel weird. They're like nubs
Fine.
on your teeth, so
Yeah,
it's not
they're
like
on.
smooth.
Get over
It's
it.
like,
8
Yeah.
months gonna fly by. Then it's summer again, guys.